Well, last night, it appears we were only half live, but tonight, we are fully and completely and totally live.
And what is the half-life of Drinks with Davids? Interesting question. So, yes, last evening we attempted to make a cocktail. Well, we made the cocktail, it just all didn't get filmed, taped, whatever what do you call this? I don't know. Anyway, welcome. We're going to try it again this evening to another exciting edition of Drinks with Davids. We are continuing our thematic week of might as well be spring, because it is the first full week of spring. However, here in beautiful Albuquerque, we had howling winds, freezing temperatures, and snow. So it did not feel very spring-like. But we're going to move forward with drinks that kind of give you the feeling of spring. And tonight, we are making a New York sour. I thought that's what it was. But then, I'm kind of like, what? Is that what I made? So we have a lot of practice because we made it and drank it last night. So the New York sour, we actually do have a little bit of history on it. It was created in the late 1800s in Chicago and was originally called a continental sour or a southern whiskey sour. Bartenders gave the nickname the claret snack because it's made with some red wine, and I guess they used claret. So essentially, when you start out, you make a whiskey sour. So we're going to shake it. Put some ice in your cocktail shaker. No one seems to know why it ended up being called a New York sour. I guess those New Yorkers just like a little bit of everything and want their name on it. So we're going to start in our shaker with some bourbon. 2 generous shots of bourbon. And a little bit. And then you need an ounce of lemon juice. And an ounce of simple syrup. And for those of you who are joining us for the first time, simple syrup is made by dissolving in heated water, equal parts water and sugar. All right, so last night we determined that this recipe seems to argue with Miss Ina Garten, who said you should shake a cocktail for 30 seconds. This recipe said 15 seconds. So, we're going to ask our rocket scientist, how long should we do it then?
Approximately 22 seconds.
We're going to split the difference.
We're going to
Ready?
split the difference.
Here we go. And we're off. And we're shaking. And we're doing a little spin. It tastes better if you walk around while you're shaking. How am I doing?
5 seconds to go.
Oh.
And you're done.
All right, so this is now poured in a highball glass, an old-fashioned glass, over crushed ice. Now, Superfan Mead had the question, if you have shaken it with ice to chill the cocktail, why do you need to pour it over ice? We don't know the answer to that. We're guessing it has something to do with keeping it extra cold, and it probably won't dilute as much. So, here we go. You ready for the pour? Here we go. That is beautiful. Now, I didn't fill it quite all the way because now you kind of float an ounce of red wine on top of it. Say what? All right, so we're using a Cabernet Sauvignon because that's the bottle we had open. Okay, so we're gonna pour a shot, an ounce of the red wine, and then you're gonna gently pour it on top. There you go. And then you're going to garnish it with a lemon twist, which is just some lemon peel. Kind of squeeze it over to release it and dump it in there. Now, last night when we made this for the first time, we were quite dubious about how this would taste. So I'm going to pretend I'm tasting it for the first time. My friends, I gotta tell you, this is deceptively wonderful. looks kind of odd. You're going, how can the wine taste good with a whiskey sour? Well, I'm here to tell you, it is fantastic. So I highly suggest you make it at home. Very simple. You make a whiskey sour with some bourbon, some lemon juice, some simple syrup, and then you float some red wine on the top. Little lemon twist, and it is delicious. Happy spring!
Tune in tomorrow.